Welcome to harvestworks. My name is Michalak, and I was an artist in residence in 2009 at harvestworks. And I'm introducing the project that my collaborator, Stephanie Rothenberg, and myself created at harvestworks, which is called World X Diagnostics. You're all familiar with the color-coded heightened terror alert system. Basically what this project does is it evaluates social welfare and social collapse through a digital interface that is participatory, and the user's responses trigger sounds from this apparatus over here. This is the beginning of the digital interface that controls the sound sculpture. What happens is you say which country you're from. Does anyone have a preference? I could pick
Togo?
Togo, I was going to say that.
Really? Okay. So this is the average of users' responses about how they feel about the stability of Togo. How high is the level of government corruption in your country? We could be a little more corrupt than we already are, so I guess I'd put it about like 3/4. Modern science can be relied on to solve our environmental problems. Yes, I think that is possibly true. If hard work were such a wonderful thing, surely the rich would have kept it all to themselves. Yeah, I guess I agree with that. And then we took a quote from a Finnish software designer. How much do you believe in this statement? Software is like sex, it's better when it's free. Yeah, most women, I don't know. I don't usually pay for sex, so yeah. So basically a certain number of people have used it, and it's collected the data of their responses, and that triggers the sound. So this is kind of probably one of the least musical projects that's ever been done at harvestworks, possibly. And the point of it is that it's supposed to channel public outrage about how we feel about civic institutions. In theory, it should also create beautiful harmonies, but right now, given the political climate, it's supposed to just alert people to this public outrage. This summer, Stephanie Rothenberg and myself had a residency at a new media gallery in Finland called Sumu, and the gallery is called Gallery Titanic. We worked with some of the technicians at harvestworks, and we set up a telematic performance where this was all translated into Finnish. Users in Finland answered these questions, and then the data was sent to harvestworks and produced these sounds here. And then that was retransmitted back to Finland, so it was like a real-time networked performance. We thought Finland would be interesting because they're one of the most stable countries, and they still have, you know, all these social services. People spent a lot of time with it and got really engrossed and took it very seriously. The national news came and interviewed us, to our surprise. We pretty much want to pursue it and have like the questions tailored to the countries, but then we have so many countries that it's kind of an enormous amount of work. And we want to have this as a website when it's finished. This is like a working prototype. It's not finished yet. When we're done, we're going to pretend that this is actually a transnational foundation that's doing this data mining, and this is really a diagnostic machine. And we're going to install it like it's in an office of this foundation and just confuse people.
Is it set up so that if people are more satisfied with their country, it sounds more musical or pleasant?
Yeah, this is really the prototype. And so we have other more pleasant tones. And for now, it's not musical at all. There's no rhythm in it. So we want to have different durations of chords. And I have my studio, I teach at SUNY Buffalo. My studio in Buffalo is just filled with all these weird organ parts, and so we have the wooden types of pipes and different ones. These types of pipes are, the trumpets are supposed to sound like the horns of Judgment Day, so that's why we picked them. There's an Arduino board that controls the hardware. Programming is in Max 5 jitter. The responses go through this box over here. When I press start, it turns there's a blower in this box. That's a soundproof box. And it turns the air on, which is routed through these tubes into, this is like a air pressure regulator. It needs 6 inches of water, air pressure to run this thing, and then the air then gets pumped into here. and the Arduino tells it which, there's solenoid valves in here, it tells it which valves to open, and then the air goes into the pipe. I actually have ones that are like 12 feet high, but I don't know where I put them because this is supposed to be kind of portable, so we brought the portable ones. In Buffalo, I found out that there was an organ at Canisius College, and it was completely abandoned in this old factory, and they were just laying there. Someone told me about them, so I took them. My friend was saying that, you know, those Dada sculptures at the turn of the century, they look like those Victrola horns or something.
They look like a group of disgruntled people.
They do, they do.